Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Lately I saw an interesting statement by Adam Kaczynski, sorry if I mispronounced that. He is the CIO of CD Projekt Red. He said it would be unfair to fans not to make one, meaning making another Witcher game. We've been working in this universe for more than a decade now, and I do not think it's going to be the end of it. It is still early to talk about it, but we have not forgotten this series. Before Witcher 3 became one of the most successful and brilliant games of all time, CD Projekt Red stated that Witcher 3 is the last game in the series. Since CD Projekt Red has been working on Cyberpunk 2077, for quite a while now, we can't expect that Witcher 4 will come out anytime soon. If Cyberpunk gets a release within the next 2 years, I'm sure there won't be a Witcher sequel within the next 5 to 7 years. It's good to know that CD Projekt Red considers working with the franchise they've been most successful with. With Witcher 3, they achieved incredible popularity. This really gives me hope that there'll be another game in the same universe. Back in 2015, when Witcher 3 came out, it was the most beautiful game ever made, and it still is in my humble opinion, because it will come out on next-gen consoles. We can expect that it will look even better graphic-wise. Today, Today I want to discuss what Witcher 4 could do better than Witcher 3. To me personally, Witcher 3 was or still is, in every single aspect perfectly done. I want to try to critically discuss the game's strengths and weaknesses. First of all, the plot of Witcher 3 was absolutely amazing. I love that the game gives me so many choices and that these choices affect how the plot evolves. That's something I'd like to see in a future game as well. I personally don't mind if we play as another character but Geralt. In my opinion, Geralt's story has been told, and it would be nice to experience a new story as Ciri, for example, or even someone completely different. It would also be interesting to play as a default Witcher, and you can decide what Witcher school you belong to and basically live your own story. This would give the game, of course, a whole different touch than the previous Witcher games, but it could be an interesting take. I don't know what CD Projekt Red's plans are, but if they decide to let Geralt come back, I'd be more than happy. All characters in Witcher 3 are incredibly well written and memorable. Each one of them is catchy and remarkable. The only thing that was confusing to me when I played Witcher 3 was the encounter with the Wild Hunt. At times I didn't really know why I was hunting a particular character at that time. Although the story was well crafted, I'd like to see even more connections and plausibility in the sequel. I hope this doesn't sound too harsh, but I hope you get what I mean, because the narrative was one of the best I've ever seen in a game. Witcher 3 is probably most famous for its lively open world. The world in Witcher 3 is detailed and rich, and it doesn't even once give me the feeling it's only an open world game for the sake of being an open world game. Whenever you go explore Temeria, you find something interesting. It's easy to spend hundreds of hours simply exploring Valen, Nilfgaard and Skellig. Because there are so many RPGs lately that are open world games where there is nothing to explore, I really hope that CD Projekt Red will stay with their principle quality over quantity. Not only the main quests are amazing, but also the side quests. Some side quests gave me the feeling that they actually belong to the main story. I can't remember if I ever played a game that has such a high amount on side quests, which are all unique and enjoyable, and believe me, I played a lot of games. In many RPGs, you only have to run from A to B to pick something up or to kill somebody or something. I didn't have the impression that any of the Witcher quests ever made me feel this way. Although the Witcher contracts focus on killing monsters, each and every one of them was memorable and unique. The amount of content in the standalone game is unreal. The DLCs fully live up to the greatness of the main game. It even feels like Blood and Wine could be a standalone game. It is the perfect example of how a game or how DLCs should be. The DLCs made the game even better and must be played by anyone who loves the series. Now, a few things I didn't like in Witcher, which I really don't want to see in future games. Let me only say one word: Roach. Okay, so Roach is the most stupid horse I've ever seen. Although it is annoying that Roach sometimes spawns on the roof of a house, in a house, or in a lake, it's still funny somehow. If you really need Roach, you just run a few meters and call her again. So it's not really a big deal. But I still want a more reliable companion in the next Witcher game. Another thing I often heard people complain about is crafting and combat. I don't really struggle with these two, to be honest. I love crafting and it was simple. What I especially enjoy about Witcher is the incredible amount of oils and bombs, and of course the Witcher signs and mutations. Combat isn't really a struggle to me, and it's not clumsy, so I can't really complain, and I also don't really understand what's so bad about it. If you want to tell me, just write in the comments. To me, all the mentioned features are extraordinary in Witcher 3. It has so many elements I have never seen in any other RPG before. Okay, I just realized that I mainly pointed out the strength of Witcher 3, but honestly, it's hard to think of anything that isn't well done in the game. Even if there was anything in the game I don't like, I wouldn't even make it out because it's so great in total. Minor bugs don't make the game worse. The worst thing about Witcher was Roach, really. So if they fix that in an upcoming game, it will be even better. Of course, the quality has to stay the same. That's why I gladly wait for another Witcher game for many, many years. Other series started out good but became worse by each new game. Hopefully, this won't happen to Witcher. All of the elements I mentioned made the game great. Memorable characters, a lively open world, unique quests, and enjoyable gameplay added up to the greatness of the game. The atmosphere in Witcher 3 was insane. If I could play one game until the end of my life, it would probably be this one. No matter how many hours I spent playing the game, it didn't ever get boring, not even for a second. If Witcher 4 is really happening, I don't expect it to be worse than Witcher 3. CD Projekt Red set high standards, and I believe that it is possible that they can easily surpass themselves in future games. I could go on for hours, but I think I proved my point. In an upcoming video, I want to discuss possible plots in regards to Andrei Sapkowski's books. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, which I surely did. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a nice comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye, guys.